Hello. Let's talk about Chapter 7 homework. Let's take a look at the first transaction. The following transactions took place during May. Wildlife Amusement Park must charge 8% sales tax on all sales. On May 1st, the company sold merchandise on account to Ronnie Salgado, issued sales slip 1015 for $1,000 plus 8% sales tax. The terms are net 30. To record this transaction, we debit accounts receivable for Ronnie Salgado for $1,080. Why is it $1,080? Because we have included the sales tax of 8% in the accounts receivable. On the next line, we slightly indent and write sales in the description and 1,000 in the credit column. On the next, we again slightly indent and write sales tax liability into the description and $80 into the credit columns. The next transaction is a cash sale. It is very similar to the first transaction, but instead of debiting accounts receivable, we would debit cash. The last transaction debits cash because cash is received for the on-account sale and we credit accounts receivable. Vicente Company made sales using the following list prices and trade discounts. What amount should be recorded for each sale? Let's look at the first item. We have a list price of $490 and a trade discount of 30%. We multiply 490 by 30%, which is $147, and then we subtract that amount from $490, which is $347. Let's look at the third homework assignment. On April 1st, Maloney Musical Instruments sold merchandise on account to Funk's Flutes for $5,000 on invoice 1001, terms 3%, 10 days or net 30. Payment was received in full from Funk's Flutes, less discount, on April 10th. To record the sale on April 1st, we debit accounts receivable for $5,000 and credit sales for $5,000. Why don't we record the sales discount now? Well, we don't actually know yet whether the customer is going to pay within the discount time period. On April 10th, when the customer pays, we can now record the cash discount. We'll debit sales discounts for $150 and debit cash for $4,850. On the next line, we'll slightly indent and credit accounts receivable. For the last homework assignment, we have to record accounts receivable transactions in the general ledger and the subledger. We can see that the accounts receivable control account is $8,160. That's just another way to say that the total of all customer accounts add up to $8,160, and that is also our general ledger balance. Let's write that amount into the general ledger account as the beginning balance. Next, we'll look at the two transactions. One is for $500 and the other for $324. Both of these transactions reduce the accounts receivable account. For the second part of the homework, you'll now enter the opening balance for each customer into their AR subledger. For instance, Jim Garcia has a beginning balance in this example of $2,120. Once you have entered the beginning balances, you can now enter the transactions. I hope this video was helpful. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.